from Central Pennsylvania, this is CBS 21 News at 5:30.
Crowds of mourners await President Bush in Houston, Texas tonight. After 3 days lying in state at the nation's capital, the former president is heading home to rest beside his beloved wife and daughter.
Earlier today, mourners from near and far descended upon Washington, D.C. to pay their final respects. A procession through the city as well as a funeral service at the National Cathedral, all part of a long goodbye. Among the crowd today was CBS 21's Michael Gorsinger.
He's in Washington, D.C. with a unique inside take on today's services.
Certainly a fitting tribute here on the streets of Washington, D.C. as thousands line the streets, many inside the National Cathedral and at Andrews Air Force Base. One of them, our own political insider, Charlie Gerow. Charlie, amazing. You were inside. First of all, you have a very strong connection to the Bush family.
A long one that began as a rivalry. I was working for Ronald Reagan, of course, in 1980 when his principal rival for the Republican nomination was George Bush. He then selected George Bush as his vice presidential running mate, and those of us who had looked across the aisle at him got a chance to know him up close and personal.
And very personal in so many different ways. Now, you were inside the National Cathedral for the ceremony. It was very touching, many parts of it.
Incredibly touching. These state funerals are an opportunity for the world to see who we are and what we're all about, and today was a day when every American could be very proud and a very fitting and proper send-off to a great president.
George W. Bush's eulogy, something that I will remember for a long time.
How could anybody forget the son honoring his father in that way and showing all the raw emotions of his mourning in such a human way? He refused any speechwriters. He did all of that himself, and it showed.
When you got a chance to go out to Andrews Air Force Base to see the president being flown away, that had to touch you as well.
You know, it really is, Mike. It's the most poignant moment because there's that final send-off and the final takeoff of Air Force One, that gigantic bird, as it leaves bearing the body of the fallen president.
What is one final piece of his legacy that will most touch you?
His kindness. A lot of folks have talked about his service and his generosity and his graciousness, but to me it was his kindness and his ability to unite people in a very special way, bringing rivals together, making friendships with the person who vanquished him in 1992, Bill Clinton, and reaching across great chasms to bring a divided nation together and to bring people together.
Certainly a life of service. Charlie, thank you very much for that inside look at things. So certainly an opportunity to see just how today went down, a fitting tribute again to a man who gave so much to this country. In Washington, D.C., Michael Gorsinger, CBS 21 News.